Got one. Got something. Oh, yeah, I got you. I got you. Oh. What up, you guys? It's your buddy Randall. Welcome back to the Quick Catch Release YouTube channel. In today's video, we're talking about crappie, and we're gonna go fish for crappie, and I'm gonna show you some secret techniques that will help you catch loads of crappie that you can take home and put on the dinner plate. Now, we're gonna go over my rigs, my setup, everything, and then we're actually gonna go fishing later on in this video and catch some crappie and prove that they work. So first things first, let's go over my rod and reel. And it's a really easy setup, really simple setup. But what I got here is just a small Shakespeare reel, really a crappie size reel. It doesn't matter what you get. You can go to Bass Pro, go to Walmart and get you one. You want to use about 4-pound test line, just lighter line to get your lighter jigs out, because you are going to be using lighter bait than you would be with bass or any other type of fish you would be targeting. This rod in particular right here, this is a Bass Pro Shop rod. This is a micro light rod, and I got it, I think it was around 60 bucks, but it is an 8-foot rod. I like the longer rods because I can get more casting distance with it from the bank. Now, if you're on the boat, you can go shorter, or if you're on the bank and you want to go shorter, you can as well. But this is just my preference, and this is what I use. The key things we want to know is that this is a light rod, and this is light line, and I have a reel made for crappie. These are the type of things you want when you go crappie fishing. Now, if we take a look down below, we can look at all the plastic soft baits I use and all the jig heads I use. And this is everything I got in my tackle box right now that I use to catch a lot of crappie. And it's a variety of different things. Right here, we got the 1/32 jig heads. These are two different brands right here too, but they are the same size. So you need to pay attention to that too when you're purchasing different crappie brands, is that they're all different sizes and different shapes, and that can affect the bite as well. Up here are the 1/4 ounce jig heads. I use these in two different types of situations. We'll go over that in the video. And then right here I have a paddle tail, and this is made by Crappie Max. This is a Bobby Garland brand right here. This is a Gulp Minnow. You kind of see they're about the same, but I like Bobby Garland's a little bit more than Gulp Minnows. And then over here I have a Squirmin' Grub. This is made by Crappie Max. You use that in particular situations. And right here is another paddle tail made by Crappie Max. And up here I have a split tail plastic bait. I forgot what this is made by, but it works for bigger crappie. So, but this is what I got in my arsenal right here. In today's video, we're using all these almost, except for this one, I believe, and this one. We're using all these baits. We're gonna try all these different colors. We're gonna catch a lot of crappie, I'm telling you that. So you better stick around. We're gonna have a lot of fun. But these baits are used in different situations right here. The Gulp Minnows, you can kind of jig them up and down. You can reel them slow. With the paddle tails, in my opinion, I would rather use those kind of like a swim bait, because they have that paddle tail action. You don't really have to use much finesse to get these to work really well. These, it takes a little bit more finessing. Now, the difference between using a 1/32 and a 1/4 ounce jig head is that the 1/32 sinks slower. So it gives it just a little bit more time to hang in that crappie's face. Now this, if you got some deeper water with some heavier current, or those crappie are hitting it right off the drop, you can go to a 1/4 ounce. Now you can go in between these two. That's why I kind of left this area. It just depends on what you're targeting, how you're targeting them. But these are the two that I usually go with, and the baits of choice I usually start out with is the Baby Shad by Bobby Garland and the Chartreuse color right here. And if that doesn't work, I'll switch over to a paddle tail, see if they're hitting that. But these are the main colors I'm using when I'm catching crappie. But I'm going to show you my rig and what I'm using right now, what I'm going to be using later in the video. So this is a slip knot right here, and you can see my jig right here. The slip knot is going to give a different action in the water than just your normal jig if you just tie on a regular knot. Because you see how loose it is right here? That's the slip knot. It just bounces in the water. It gives it a different action. And that's kind of a secret weapon when you're going crappie fishing. Now you can catch crappie by just tying it on like an average Joe, or you can use a slip knot, give it a little bit of finesse, and give yourself a better chance to catch a big crappie. So now, let's get into the knot. We'll go right in front of the camera right here, and I will show you how to tie this knot. All right, so starting out, we have our jig head right here, and we have our line. What we want to do, we want to take that line, go through that jig head right there, come out. So now we're left with this loose end, and we're left with this long end. What we want to do is just come up here. We're going to set that down. We're going to tie a granny knot up here. Now this is how I do it. You can do it a different way. This is just how I do it. It works for me, and I've caught big fish off of it. Okay. So now I got that granny knot. I'm going to pull it up and pull this line down simultaneously. So now I'm getting to like that little knot, a little slip right there. And if I pull down, you'll see the knot slips. We don't want that. We want to stop that knot. So what we're going to do, we're just going to tie another granny knot. So we got 2 granny knots now. We're going to tighten it just like I showed you earlier. Tighten it just like that, one up, one down. So now they're both together. Now this is the easy part right here. If you know how to tie a polymer knot, then all you're going to have to do is just tie another polymer knot. But if you don't know, watch very closely. It's very easy. So I got my hook right here. I'm going to pull my finger down on these 2 loops. I'm going to go around, and then I'm going to go up and under like a granny knot. And I'm going to pull that jig head through. I know it looks very difficult on camera, but I promise you guys it's not. So now we got that polymer knot that came through. All our line came through. We're going to pull this baby up to here, and it should pull all the way up to our granny knots, and that's it. And now we pull down, and now we have our slip knot right there. So 2 granny knots up top, that holds it, and then you tie a polymer knot, and that ties it right there. And this does work. I've caught big bass off of it. Your line, trust me, your line's going to break before your knot because you're using 4-pound test line. So your knot's not going to break. I've used this before. It works. I've caught plenty of crappie and bass on it. And you can always take this excess line off and just clip it off, or you can leave it on there. It's up to you. But that's how you tie the slip knot, at least my way. So with this rig and this rod and this reel, we're going to go fishing. We're going to catch a bunch of crappie. So I've done enough talking already. I hope this helps thus far. If you have any questions, please leave them down below and I'll get back to you, or I'll make another video talking about crappie jigs. Let's go fishing, fellas. All right, you guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're doing a little bit of crappie fishing. Now, what we're doing, I'm just going to show you my setup, what I'm going to try, some of the things I'm going to do to see if it will entice a crappie bite. I have a little paddle tail right here with a red jig head, a 4-pound test line with an 8-foot pole. Now you don't have to have an 8-foot pole, I just like it. But the 4-pound test line, I recommend it, give you a little bit more casting distance when you're using a jig head like this. This jig head, for note, is a 1/32 ounce, and you'll see when I throw it in the water what it'll do, it'll slink very slowly. And it's got a paddle tail on it too. So when you look right here, I'm going to show you this action it gives. Look at that, just paddling back and forth from the water. That's the kind of action we want to get right there. So what we're doing, guys, we cast it out, we're letting it sink, and then we're just going to reel it in very slow and let the paddle tail do its worst. If they don't like this color, we're going to change after a couple casts. We should get hit pretty quick if they're here. Got one. It's a good one. Yeah, it's good. I'm about to skim across the water though. There he is. Yep. Got a double up right there. Look, we got a double up right here, guys. Look at that. That's a beautiful looking crappie. Right there. Look at that. Double. Nice little crappies. Here you go, buddy. Oh, it's a good one, guys. Don't jump. Come on, buddy. Right there. It's a little one, but that's a fish. Double up. Like that. You got another one, man. Another double up, guys. Not big enough to be worth anything, but some crappie right there, man.
Deuces.
Oh, see, buddy. All we're doing is just casting out there, letting it sit, slowly reeling it back. Oh, God. He smacked it like he wanted it, man. I got him that time. I jerked him out of the water.
He's like, I ain't missing this one.
Oh, come here, buddy. I jerked him right out of the water. There he is, guys, right there. Thumped it. Let him go right there. I'm using just a rigged jig head with a kind of a paddle tail action. Mike's using more of like a gulp, minnow, Bobby Garland type deal. We'll kind of take a look at his too right here. He's running a 16 ounce jig, and he's kind of got that chartreuse white color, and that works really well. But his does more of a jigging action. Show him in the water what yours does, Mike's.
I run a loop knot.
Yeah,
I don't know if it'll show up on camera, but you can see it.
Yeah, you can see that loop knot right there.
When that bait gets down in that water, that body will kind of make a point and level it out. And
so his kind of jiggles in the water. If you see mine's more of like that paddle action, you know, right there. So a little bit of difference, but either way, they both catch fish. All I'm doing is just casting it out there as far as I can, letting that line slip off my reel, and once it hits the bottom, you just, with mine paddle tail, you just slowly reel it in. It gives that action. Mike, he kind of finesses it, gives it that little bounce, that little jiggle they like, as I like to call it. Got something. That's a good one, whatever it is. What is that? Bluegill? Yep. That's a big one. Look at that, guys. Nice little shell cracker. Got him? Oh, got him. Double. This one is too. Oh, you got a skippy? Come on, buddy. Let's get him. Let's get him in. He's got shoulders on him. Oh, that's a big crop. Look at this, guys. Look at this double up we got here.
Yes, sir.
Skippy. That's a keeper crappie too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
That one's got shoulders on him.
Yeah, it's definitely a keeper. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely a keeper.
That's awesome. A skippy and a crappie. Guys, I did a little change up, I think is what sealed the deal with this crappie. this big one right here. This is a keeper, 10-incher in the state of Tennessee. I tied a loop knot on and I went up on my jig head. I went to a 1/16 ounce instead of 132, and I changed that lure. I think that's what did the job, because he thumped it, man. That's a beautiful crappie. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Oh, yeah, I got you. I got you. I got him that time. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. He's a little one, but it's a fish. Probably close to 50. At least 30. Minimum. Minimum 30 crappie. That's a good one. Right there. See, buddy. I think I figured out what kind of how I have to present my bait. It's like with any fishing. Trial and error. Oh my God, I don't know what that is, dude. That doesn't feel like a crappie. It's solid, whatever it is. It's huge. It's huge. It's a really big fish. If it's a crappie, it's a big crappie, dude. If it, like I said, dude, if it's a freaking crappie, it's a big crappie. Bass. I think it's a spot. Yeah, that's kind of what I was curious of. Dude, that's a fat one.
Oh, it didn't jump at all. That's crazy.
No, I thought it was a crappie. I was like, dude, if this is a crappie, it's like a 3-pounder. Guys, that's insane. No, is that a...
It could be a mean mouth.
I think that's a mean mouth. I'm pretty sure that's a mean mouth. Just because of the color on him, the banding.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks more like a largie than it does a spot.
Yeah.
Just has a tooth patch like a spot.
Well, he kind of reminds me of a smallmouth. Like a smallmouth hybrid.
Yeah.
Anyways, he fought like a warrior. I don't know how much footage I got, guys, of this, but I caught that mean mouth, and I looked over, Mike hooking to a big crappie, man. That's like 1.5 pounds. We'll throw them on the stringer, but we're gonna let all these fish go, man. We're not keeping none of them. Just to show you guys how good this method is, basically. If I was eating tonight, I'd be eating good. It's a lot of fish. They look kind of freaky when they're that big.
It just looked like a dinner plate. Like, I mean, legit. That's what it looked like. It was just really, really.
Oh, dude, that's a good one. Oh, it jumped, whatever it is. I think.
Jumping like bass.
I think it's a bass. Dude, whoa. Is it a bass? Yeah. Oh. Man, he's just mean. Mean little fish. All right, guys, this is what we got right here. We're gonna start letting them go. As promised, we got some pictures with them. They're all leaving. He go, he gone. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I don't see the other one. He's gone too. Oh, guys, we destroyed them tonight. Had a lot of fun. Shout out to Mike right there. You can't see him. He looks like a creeper in the dark by the light.
I'm just sneaking.
He's got himself a skipjack though.
Yeah, we got one skippy.
Yeah, skips were not thick in here, but we got them. We had a good time. Caught some fish. So that's all that matters. Until then, we'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Y'all.